Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you can be listening to a hypnosis session built around the core of authenticity. And I was working with a client that felt incredibly relaxed against old childhood friends. They felt in their company they could really be themselves. No mask, no pretense. They could just really be who they wanted to be. But they found themselves in certain situations feeling that they had to play a role, to not really be who they were and to hold something back. And what this session is all about is giving themselves permission to be very authentic, very confident, and unapologetic in who they are. And they found it almost challenging to see other people really connecting to an identity or a role and really owning that and defending that. And they felt that they couldn't do it to the same level. So what you're going to hear is this idea that if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. That if they're willing to respect other people's, desire to be who they are, then surely that gives them absolute permission to really be who they are. And that's really what this session is all about. Also, they felt a little bit of unease in certain situations. They wanted to lean into this more maverick, adventurous side of their personality. So this idea that doing what you've already done is definitely not an adventure, and this element of playing it safe is definitely not an adventure. So therefore, things that are new or involve risk are by design more adventurous. They're more pioneering. They're outside of the comfort zone. So if you like the idea of being more yourself, being really authentically you, giving yourself permission to just live life on your terms and to have more adventure, have more courage and take more risks, then I think you'll get value from this session. Of course, it was created for an individual person. It happened to be a man that I was working with. Some of the suggestions might be right for that client and totally not right for you. So take what is relevant, ignore what isn't. And if you do like the idea of some kind of customized, calibrated session just for you, then there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule a free consultation call to explore working with me. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, feel like you're breathing in a concentrated form of pure relaxation. Breathing in that relaxation, and as you exhale, imagine exhaling the opposite, which could be tension or stress or even trepidation. Feel that you're breathing in what you need and exhaling what you don't. And I want you to scan your body for any clues of tension, but also clues of anxiety or anticipation. And normally, that anxiety or anticipation or trepidation is lurking somewhere in the gut or near the solar plexus. But as you breathe in that distilled, concentrated, pure form of relaxation, imagine it seeking out and dissolving, diluting, or just releasing any feelings of anxiety. And then imagine that displaced anxiety leaving your body in your outward breath. Breathing in relaxation, exhaling tension, and feeling like you're drifting off deeper and deeper, relaxed. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the deeper and more effortless you breathe. And notice that you can settle into a place of deep relaxation. Feel yourself becoming more and more at ease, almost like you're sinking comfortably into this moment. As your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. And I want you to imagine a feeling of positive nostalgia taking you back to a moment with friends in a particular coffee shop. Almost like you're going back in time to a moment, feeling like you're in your own body in that place. And maybe you can recall where you were sitting, what you were wearing, but more importantly, how you were feeling. Maybe there's other people around and you can hear that gentle hum of conversation. The soft clinking of cups, or maybe the smell of coffee or even pastries filling the air. I want you to connect with that feeling of comfort. You feel comfortable here. Maybe that's connected to a feeling of warmth, relaxation, or even joy. You feel at ease. You feel it's safe to be yourself entirely, completely, authentically you. And maybe you can see the faces of familiar friends. As you see their faces, notice how relaxed you feel, how easy it is to smile, to talk, how laughter begins to flow effortlessly. Not those kind of fake laughs you hear in polite conversation, real laughter, real joy, real smiles, where conversations spark and dance, and with every word, you are reminded of how good it feels to just be yourself. No masks, no rules, no need to be anything other than who you are, completely and unapologetically authentic. And as you continue to enjoy this moment, you begin to notice something interesting. Like time is beginning to bend and shift. Minutes stretch into hours. Yet it all feels like one wonderful, seamless moment where the outside world fades away and all that exists is this deep sense of connection, laughter, and freedom. And that sensation of being so engaged, so in flow with the moment, is the same feeling you can carry with you in other areas of your life. That sense of ease, of joy, of freedom to simply be, that is the truth of who you are. Not of who you're trying to pretend to be, but who you are at your core. And as you bask in that memory, let a thought begin to grow in your mind like a seed planted in fertile soil. What if life itself was like this? What if every new experience, every new place, every adventure was just another table in a coffee shop, waiting for you to sit down and embrace it fully? That adventure isn't something to fear. Outside of your comfort zone is the place where you thrive, the place where you unlock a new level of confidence and self-belief. And every time you step outside of your comfort zone, you are stepping into a space where you can be even more of yourself. And that is exciting. That is invigorating. That feels empowering. And just as you respect the right of others to live as they choose, you now grant yourself the same freedom. You no longer seek permission to be yourself in certain situations, in certain combinations of people. You are giving permission to yourself that you are enough. You are strong. You are a maverick spirit, ready to explore the world on your own terms. And as you take another deep breath in, feel this new belief locking into place. From this moment forward, you choose wonderful, positive anticipation over anxiety. Anxiety is thinking of undesirable things happening in a future. Perhaps optimism or positive anticipation is just having a sense that good things will happen in your future. You are embracing optimism over hesitation, empowerment over fear. The unknown no longer feels intimidating. It feels the most desirable place for you. It feels like an open road, an invitation to become even more of who you were always meant to be. Because you are a pioneer, a trailblazer. And when you travel, you will find that your true self shines brighter than ever, especially to places you've never been before, because Nobody holds any preconceived ideas of who you are. So you really get to be you and notice the reaction. The more authentic you are, the more comfortable you feel. And the more comfortable you feel, the easier it becomes to connect with others. New places and new people will be a catalyst for new confidence, and new experiences will be reminders that you are limitless. As you feel a desire to lean into your authenticity, knowing that what others think does not define you, it defines them. Only you can define you. I want you to imagine shifting from the past and now gazing into your future. Almost like you're seeing yourself like you're a character in a book or an actor in a movie, but see the future of you being unapologetically authentic, still respectful, but authentic. And think of a specific context, environment, or occasion that you know is coming up for you anyway. But this time, see yourself being the most authentic version of you. Notice how you talk, how relaxed you look, your facial expression. I want you to get a sense that you can be you 100%. And the more you observe yourself, the more you feel you are priming yourself to be this person in that context. And if you choose to, you could imagine stepping into that thought and feeling that. Being that. And now it's time to return to the present, but taking all of these feelings back with you. And the version of you returns is the most authentic version of you. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Start to calibrate with the here and the now, not the past, not the future, but right here in the present as I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.